What is going on? Welcome back to another one of our Charlie updates. Now we're going to be diving into our release communications for September. Now we've got a few powerful releases that came out in September that I'm excited to dive into. Again, the theme for our quarter to really close out the year is we are working on some infrastructural type things that are going to enhance what Charlie is able to do. So we're less is more for the remainder of the year, but the few things that we are rolling out are powerful and they are designed to make your lives a lot better. So the first one is Charlie will ignore GHL time zones for social media use cases. So what'll happen is if you click on the AI setter, you go to the setters, click on the AI setter. Under integrations, make sure GHL is integrated. If GHL is integrated, you can click under lead processing. Under lead processing, you'll see a new toggle. It'll say ignore GHL time zones, and you'll toggle that on. When this thing is on, Charlie will ignore the time zone from the CRM and specifically ask the lead if what their time zone is, and then update and book them based on their time zone that the lead communicates specifically. The reason why this is important is because when a lead is coming from social media, GHL is setting it up to where their default time zone is the account time zone, which 9 out of 10 times does not match the lead's time zone. So this allows Charlie to get the time zone directly from the lead to ensure that when a conversation books them onto the calendar, it is doing so at a time that actually works for the lead. Now, if GHL is not integrated, it's just an important note, you're not going to see that option here. Right, that option is currently only really for the social media use cases where the time zones are being wrongfully set to the account time zone, which will messing up the auto booking sequence. So that's it for that one. And then the next update is for voice. Now, as you guys know, we've been investing pretty heavily into getting our voice dialed in and getting some of the voice functionality that we need to really unlock this use case at a powerful level dialed in. So this one is voice call recording and transcripts as notes. So if you go into the lead section, you click on the voice and you click on a voice call, you can export the notes. You can download the conversations. But then what will happen is if you go into GHL, into your CRM, very soon this same feature is coming for HubSpot and Zapier. So, but inside of GHL, if you go and look at that lead, you click on notes and you'll see the link to the voice recording and you'll see the full transcript of the conversation. Especially if you have it doing calls for your sales teams or doing outbound inside of your sales operation. You don't necessarily want your team to log into Charlie to have to see the conversation that the voice agent had with your prospect. Now you can see it right then and there. And then we've got baseline improvement to post CTA conversations that I'm going to be diving into. Post CTA conversations for auto booking, lead provides multiple available slots. Charlie books the earliest available time when the lead says anytime works or provided multiple options, right? So that's one. The next improvement is phone number required. Charlie will ask for a phone number before completing the auto booking sequence if it does not know the phone number of that lead. Third one is lead localization. This is powerful. So Charlie will proactively offer booking slots between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. in the lead's local time zone, but can book outside of this window if the lead requests and the slots are available. So a great example of this is if the lead is in Pacific time and your sales rep is in Eastern time, and the earliest available slot for the sales rep is 8 a.m. Eastern, but that is 5 a.m. Pacific. Instead of offering that lead an 5 a.m. slot, Charlie will offer that lead an 8 a.m. slot, assuming that spot is open on that sales rep's calendar. So that's lead localization. This is one step closer to our full localization vision for leads. And then the fourth one is vets and action conditions work post CTA. So when auto booking is off, the vets and DQ system and global actions trigger during post CTA conversations. So what this means is that if I set global condition for the AI to DQ a lead, right, inside of my use case, even after the lead has been booked, if they say something that warrants that they should be disqualified, Charlie will disqualify that lead and trigger whatever DQ actions you have tied to it. So the reason why this is important is so that if a lead books a call and then it becomes clear after the fact that they booked that they're actually not a good fit, Charlie will now still be able to proactively DQ that lead, even though they've already reached a call to action, because they didn't communicate the information needed earlier in the process, which wrongfully allowed them to kind of go through the process and book in to begin with. Or they say something after the call, or they say that, hey, you know what, I don't think it's gonna be a good fit, and you want to DQ them if you're using our post-booking confirmation use cases, and you want to DQ that lead even after the fact that they've already reached CTA. That is now live. So those are updates for September. We're continuing to build. Our vision is for the future of sales team to be powered by Charlie AI. We want your sales operation to be comprised of incredible closers and just Charlie, meaning that everything outside of closing the deal, Charlie is able to handle. And that's what we're building towards. So until next time, stay calm, change lives, and that business on your terms. Peace.